What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to the website, sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, Junior Browne over there. It's just us two today. Break down this Thursday NBA card. Just got four NBA games. So let's get to it. Junior, what's up with you, my guy? How was your day yesterday?
Good day yesterday. Didn't hit on them totals, but I did hit the Pistons plus the points, and the Knicks plus the points as well. I guess people would say I got pretty lucky hitting that two-team money line parlay, Denver and Dallas with that Luka shot. But that Luka shot actually made me lose one of my overplays, or one of my underplays. Sorry, so. I never had a shot made me lose one play and win the other. The only good thing is that the money line parlay played plus 153 as opposed to the juice that I paid on the overbet. So overall, pretty profitable day. I hope everyone else cashed. How was your day?
Got you. Yeah, yesterday to the Bucks, they smack up the Timberwolves. They're 130, 105 pretty easily. The Mavs, they get the job done. They win, but they don't cover for me. So I take the loss on that one. I had 1.5, official 2.5. So lost both of those. Obviously, Luka game winning shot. They win by one. So it happened, guys. 114, 113. The Cavs, they get it done 103-90 over the Hornets. And then when the Spurs, they go down versus the Raptors. 112, 117. The Clippers, Reggie Jackson with a game-winning shot pretty much over there. They get it done without Kawhi and Paul George, 100-98. The Magic, they get some revenge versus Vooch. 115, 106. The Bulls dropped that one. It's 9.5 point favorites. The Knicks get it done over the Knicks get it done over the Pelicans, 116, 106 as 3-point dogs. Went down to two, close at two. The Warriors put up 147 on the Thunder, man. The Thunder are just starting to be, it's not even an NBA team, man, to be honest with you. 147, 109 for the Warriors, Smack City. And the Pacers get it done over the Rockets, 132, 124. Let's see, the Wizards, late night game, 123, 111 over the Kings in that one. And the Heat, they get smacked up once again versus the Nuggets there. Nuggets smack them up 123-106 in that one, my guys. Let's get to today's games, what you guys are here for. Just 4-game slate today. First game up, Junior. We got this Bucks versus Hawks squad. Hawks are sitting at 30-25 on the year. Bucks 34-20. We know Giannis is sitting out a few games in a row. He's questionable here. A few huge question marks here, Junior. Let's see. Trae Young questionable, and I believe Gallinari questionable as well. So we got a couple of stars on the Hawks questionable, and then we got Giannis here. Junior, you like anything in this one?
Not really. You kind of just broke it down the same way that I would break it down in fewer words, which is questions. I got way too many questions, not enough answers. Especially with Trae. If you're telling me that Trae Young's not playing for the Hawks, I'm already halfway out. John Collins is not playing either. I'm pretty much all the way out. And they got a lot. They're probably the most injured team in the NBA right now if you look at what would be their ideal starting five. So I can't possibly bet on the Hawks. And I'm not really ready to lay points with the Bucks on the road minus their best player. So I'm just kind of staying away from this game because I don't see an advantage that I could profit on.
Got you. Yeah, and right now it's up in the air, guys. There's no way I would make a play on this right now. Obviously, it's too huge. Trae Young is going to be, I mean, even if you like a total here, him in or out, that would likely sway you, you know what I'm saying, either way. In my opinion, I would possibly be looking towards the Hawks here. I would need the recipe that I would need Giannis out, and I would need Trae Young and Gallinari in. Obviously, the four would disappear then, and they it's crazy the NBA is they might even make them favorites then. But in all honesty, I do see that the Hawks could win the game if Trae Young, Gallinari, and they try to go full squad here and really come step up type game and, you know what I'm saying, come in motivate like you want to win. You still got to play some defense. It's the thing from the Hawks. They hadn't showed me that they could really just lock down a few of those games I'm watching. I know when Zach LaVine went off with 38 in the first half. I'm watching the game. It's like you're not even trying to double team him. You're not even like on the pick and roll. You're sagging back on. He wide open. I said, bro, this Hawks defense is just you letting him go off. So they end up winning that game. But the stuff that I was seeing is just not pleasing in my opinion. So in theory, like I say, if Trae Young and Gallinari in, I would still need Giannis out, Junior.
Yeah.
What if that happened?
I'm telling you right now, I was at that game and I was sitting right behind a Bulls fan and I had money on the Bulls. So you know how that goes. And we were screaming, "You better double team that boy. Y'all better double team," because they weren't double teaming him and he
Yeah,
was
it was
he was
terrible.
going off. So you're actually absolutely right. Like I was losing my voice. I was pretty drunk, I'm not gonna lie. Screaming for the team I had money on. But yeah, no, that the way the Hawks were playing defense in that game was strange. Like they didn't start double teaming him until he had about like 38 points in the first half or some
Yeah.
nonsense like that.
Well, the
It was
second half,
ridiculous.
it's like they went in the halftime and it was like, all right, we got to start putting three motherfuckers
Right.
on him or something. So, and then like obviously in the second half, they like I didn't watch the second half, but I just saw it on my phone. I was like, damn, the Hawks really. It seemed like when I stopped watching it, that's when the Hawks really started to put their foot on the gas, whatever. So I know you was there, Junior. I know that the second half probably would, because like I said, I didn't see it, but I just know I was. It seemed like they played a totally different game. So they can play defense. It's just you can't do that, man. Because Middleton, Drew Holiday, and them come here and cook them boys up, man. Lean Hawks. I'm not. It's not confident in it though. Nice little revenge spot for him though. In theory, Junior. Let's get to the next game though. Let's get to the next game. Warriors versus. We got the Warriors versus the Cavs here, my guys. The Warriors on the back-to-back. They've been hot. I've said they have a lot to play for. They're trying to get in that play-in tournament. Let's see what they sitting at. The Warriors, yeah, so they're sitting at number 9 right now. So I mean, they're in good position, one game ahead of the Spurs for sitting in 9th seed. A lot to play for. Pretty much every game is, you know what I'm saying. So Junior, I think Colin Sexton was questionable here. Jared Allen played yesterday. What you like anything in this one with the home dog? Or you riding with the Warriors?
Well, here's my thing. Like, I can't possibly get involved in a game where Colin Sexton is not playing. If I want to take points with the Cavs, if I'm going to be honest, Colin Sexton is just way too important to that team. And I know people are going to say, yeah, well, they just won yesterday. But if you really watch what happened in that game yesterday, the friggin' Hornets just couldn't make a shot. Like the Hornets they could not make a shot. That's really what happened in that game. They scored 90 points, so it's not too difficult to win games when your opponent, can't make a bucket. So in terms of this game, it has to be Warriors or nothing. And I don't like to get too greedy and go to the well too much. But I'm really cooking up another 2-team money line parlay. The thing with these 2-team money line parlays is I try to get at least even money. So I'm going to make it an official play. I'm going Warriors, Celtics on the money line 2-team parlay. It pays like $1.15, $1.20, plus $1.15, plus $1.20, depending on where you get your odds. But yeah, that's an official.
I
Warriors, like
couldn't.
you mentioned, just got too much to play for right now.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off that. And the Cavs obviously don't have a lot to play for. I mean, we can see them. They're sitting. They could be one of the candidates for tanking. So I mean, that's a nice place by you, play by you, not trying to lay the points with them, but just needing them to win. I definitely couldn't talk you off of that. But I said I don't have anything on this game, so we can't. Let's see. The Celtics is the last one, so we'll go to that one next. But like I say, couldn't talk. Yeah, it'd be Warriors or nothing for me. They have a lot more to play for. It is a back-to-back, but I mean, they got a chance to rest a bunch of guys. They were smacking the Thunder up real quick there, so they got a chance to pretty much rest everybody. Steph has been cooking lately. Definitely not going against him. It's Warriors or nothing for me in that one for sure, my guys. Let's get to the next one. We got the Kings versus the Suns here, Junior. Your boys over here, the Suns. This line was at 9 last night. If some people, you know what I'm saying, if you were liking the Suns, it was at 9. I was looking at it. I'm like, and honestly, I was like, why is it at 9? And then it's up to 12 this morning. Now 12 and a half, Junior. You riding with the Suns, trifecta spot. Totally different tier team than the Kings. I was watching them last night, and it's just they can play, but it's just like they don't really care out there right now. I'd be looking towards the Suns here, Junior. What you think?
You already know what it is. Trifecta spot. Suns are about to stomp these boys. And I could even go with the narrative that the Suns are chasing the Jazz still. But yesterday, after Reggie Jackson hit that, Reggie Jackson was going off in that fourth quarter. But yeah, after he hit that basically that game-winning shot, the Clippers tied the Suns on wins. But the Suns have played more games, so the Suns are still a game and a half ahead of the Clippers. So now they got the Clippers right on their tail. I want to see what you think about this, but in my opinion, of all the teams in the Western Conference, the Suns need home court advantage more than any other team because they don't have any playoff pedigree. Like, I love them, I back them, I cash with them, but the playoffs is a whole different beast. And I think that they're smart enough, with Chris Paul, with Monty Williams, with the guys that they have there, to know that every game is important. And in my opinion, and I've watched so many of their games, even when these guys are up big numbers in the fourth quarter, they still got their starters and their rotation players out there trying to really bury teams. And I really like that, which is why they cover spreads. Obviously, they're the best ATS team in the whole NBA anyway. So, I'm just going to be honest. This plays as much me backing the Suns, who I back anyway, as I'm fading the Kings, who are an absolute joke of a team right now. They've lost like 8 games in a row. They're in a back-to-back situation. It's just a horrible, horrible spot for these Kings who don't seem to care anymore.
Yeah, no, the Kings are, in my opinion, they're a straight fade right now, guys. So it's definitely Suns or nothing for me in this one. I actually like the Suns. They were 9.5, 10. I liked it. It's getting up there now, guys. But I still think that, in my opinion, they're just the Kings are just, oh my God, they're playing basketball, so they're going to come and do that. They're not coming to play winning basketball. I'm watching Buddy Hield. I'm watching who was the Whiteside last night, and those are you got two guys on the same team that got paid their money, and they're not the same player. They don't put the same work in. You can tell. Both of them are a little bit fatter. You can tell. It's just these guys, they've been sent to the house eating good, not really worried, not in that gym. I don't know what to say about the Kings. It's starting to go back on Walton. I mean, how many games have they lost in a row now? The Suns are in a totally different tier of them. They still play hard, actually have good players. The offense they run, Paul and Aiden, you know what I'm saying, they pick and roll. They should smash these boys, Junior. They should. Should be absolutely smash spot for the Suns tonight, my guys. Let's get to the next one. We got the Celtics versus the Lakers here. Celtics land 6 over here in LA. This their first game back at the house. Junior, you say you're going with the Celtics money line with the Warriors, right? On the parlay.
Yes, 2-team money line parlay, Celtics Warriors. Celtics are starting to pick it up. They know that they got to make their move. Running out of games, running out of time. They don't want to be playing on the road in every round of the playoffs. That's just, obviously home court advantage is not what it was, but it still exists. You know what I'm saying? I won't say I've been a couple of games. I've only been to that one game last week, Hawks Bulls, but I'm going to the Brooklyn Miami game on Sunday. Home court advantage is still a thing. There's still enough people in there that they can give you some energy. So the Celtics are really trying to make up for lost time. They've got some easy games. And listen, this is not an easy game because the Lakers play defense, but they are just coming back home, like you mentioned, Jay, which is not a great spot. And we don't need to talk about it because everybody that knows basketball knows the Celtics will never, ever miss an opportunity to kick the Lakers while they're down. So I just think that – and it's a revenge spot on top of that. The Lakers beat the Celtics back in January in Boston. So I don't know about them covering the spread, but I'm rolling with them on the money line here in this spot, Jay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd be looking towards the Celtics. I mean, they are hot right now. I'm not laying the 6 with it. I think that's nice what you did there with that money line parlay. To be honest with you, you stand away from both spreads. You just need them to win, and you're getting it plus money on that one. So that's a nice nice way to go about it. To be honest with you, let's see. The Celtics, they didn't cover 4 straight in the series. It is a revenge spot. The Celtics did beat them at the house. I mean, the Lakers did beat them by 1 at the house. I believe. Obviously, still had LeBron and AD, if I'm not mistaken. Then so the Celtics, if they won, I mean, like you say, Junior, they got to kick them when they're down. You already trying to get revenge. You shouldn't overlook them. Obviously, they still got a little squad over there, but you gotta, if you can hang with them with LeBron and AD, and I believe Smart was still out as well. You gotta go out there and smack them up by double digits here. I might have to hop on. So let's see. First game back at the house after a 7-game road trip for the Lakers here, guys, and they got the Jazz on deck. Yeah, I'd be looking towards Celtics. I might get on the Celtics here. I hadn't bet anything after that shit show yesterday. I said I wasn't gonna bet nothing. I kind of like the Celtics though, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I'm laying that 6, Junior. So if you had to bet it, you'd lay that 6 with the Celtics.
That's the most I would lay. 6.5, I would start looking towards the Lakers. 6 is a lot on the road, but
it is.
The Celtics are hot. They've won like 6 of their last 7, and their best players are starting to play like their best players. They're just too talented for this Lakers team. I don't think the Lakers have enough offense to keep up with the Celtics, to be honest. Because even though the Celtics defense for some reason this season is not good, when they're playing well, their defense actually does tend to pick up. That's been their identity for years. I'm not really sure what's gone wrong for them this season, though.
Got you. Like I say, I mean, last game versus the Blazers. I mean, they weren't playing. They didn't really play a good game. Obviously, Tatum got hot late, and now I actually think the Celtics got kind of lucky in that game. So they come in playing around like that. Because the thing with the Lakers is the boys can get hot from three, man. The boys got McLemore out there playing, so they get hot from three. I'm not in a hurry to lay this 6 with the Celtics, to be honest with you. I'm not super strong. Their Suns, them boys probably smack City Junior. But that's the show today, my guys. Junior, break them up for your official plays.
Yeah, I think this is the shortest show in the history of us doing this, right? But
hey, 2 people, 4 games. That's what they got, man. We talked about all 4 of them.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's share information and keep it moving. So I got I got this money line parlay, Celtics, Warriors. You should be able to get that at plus 120. Or somewhere around that number if you do it now. And I got Suns trifecta. Let's get it. These bum-ass Kings. Let's get it.
Got you. I wouldn't argue anybody off their Suns trifecta. I might ride with Junior on this Celtics Warriors money line parlay, to be honest with you. Lean Hawks, my guys. No officials for me, to be honest with you. That's the show today, man. We appreciate everybody for watching. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy. That's the co-host, Junior Browne. You know what I'm saying? Hope he cashed all them plays today. Some nice ones, to be honest with you, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe. We gone.